at this time we'll start with victim impact. We're going to call Breanna Schermerhorn. Your Honor, do you want me to swear her in?
You might as well.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do. Can you just go ahead and introduce yourself to the court first?
My name is Breanna Schermerhorn.
And will you go ahead and tell the court what you would like him to know with regards to the sentencing of Colt Gray?
I'm the mother of Mason Alexander Schermerhorn. Although Mason is no longer here physically, I'm continuing to learn from him. Mason was so much more than a victim. He was a son, brother, grandson, and friend. He was deeply loved. Mason was kind, compassionate, funny, and fiercely protective of others. As a child with exceptional needs, he understood what it felt like to struggle and be overlooked by others. Instead of becoming bitter, he became an advocate, not only for himself, but also for his friends. He made people that were typically unseen feel seen, accepted, and safe. Mason even became friends with children who started out as his bullies. I had no doubt in my mind if Colt had actually attended school as he should have, that Mason would have befriended him. That is a legacy that he should be remembered for. As much as I have felt that I needed to hold on to the hate that I have felt, I know that I can't. Not only for my own health, but how can I stay loved like Mason and hold on to that? So I'm choosing to continue to learn from Mason and honor his legacy. I want it to be very clear that I do not forgive Mr. Gray. However, I can acknowledge that there are two truths that can exist at the same time. The first is that the adults in that young man's life failed him. The people who should have protected, guided, recognized the warning signs, and intervened when it mattered the most did not do what they should have done. They failed to give him the support, boundaries, and accountability that every child needs and deserves. That failure is real, and it is tragic. I can acknowledge that he was failed without excusing what he did. I can have the compassion for the child that he once was while holding him fully accountable for the choices that he made as a young man. And those things are not mutually exclusive. There's another truth that cannot be ignored. He knew the difference between right and wrong. He knew that bringing a weapon into a school was wrong. He knew that pulling that trigger was wrong. He knew that every choice he made that day would forever alter countless lives. The failures of the adults around him may explain parts of his story, but they do not excuse the decisions that he made. Those decisions were his and his alone, and because of those decisions, my Mason is gone. My family, both biological and chosen, have been forced to endure horrors that no family should ever experience. A member of our family that has been an integral part of our village was who had to identify Mason in the school that day. That is an image that he will carry the rest of his life. He and another family member were in the room when we were told that Mason was gone. I can still remember the silence and the confirming nods by my family when I looked to them in utter disbelief, wishing it was untrue, and the heartbreak on my other children's faces. In that moment, our lives split into two parts, before September 4th and after. In one sentence, our future was stolen. Since Mason's death, I've had the privilege of spending a lot of time with the Angulo family and some of the victims, or actually I don't want to say victim survivors. While each of our experiences are different, we are forever connected by the trauma that his choices caused. I have witnessed incredible strength, resilience, and courage in people who were never asked to carry this burden. None of us should know one another because of a school shooting. Yet here we are showing up, loving one another, and trying to rebuild lives that will never be the same. Colt didn't just take Mason's life that day. He took every birthday we would have celebrated, every holiday, every graduation, every milestone, every hug, every conversation, and every dream that he should have had the chance to live. Mason deserved to grow up. He deserved the chance to continue advocating for those that needed a voice. He deserved to become the man, husband, and dad that he was meant to be. Mason deserved a future, and we all deserved a future with Mason in it. And Colt took that from Mason and everyone who loved him. I hope that one day he truly understands the weight of what he chose to do, not because it will bring our loved ones back or erase the damage that he caused, because nothing ever will, but because genuine remorse begins when excuses end. Every morning I wake up to the reality that my son is gone. Every night I go to bed knowing that there is nothing I can do to change it. I have lived 688 days so far of a sentence with no parole, and that is what he should receive as well.